Sometimes one weekend around right people can change your entire mindset. Welcome to Coffee Pot and Business, episode 136. This weekend, Rica attended the Gather and Grow event in Ireland and got to spend time with so many amazing people in our community, including our founders, Mike and Darren. And it reminded us, like how important community really is, not just in business, but in life too. Rika, do you mind sharing your experience at Together and Grow?
Yes, of course. Hello, ladies. Good evening from my side. Thank you, thank you. And yes, that was last week. It was my first business conference, Gather and Grow, Ireland and UK. You know what? It was amazing, and you know that feeling that you are in the same room, the feeling of the crowd is just unbelievable. Now I understand you two ladies been the conference before, right?
Yeah.
And I just cannot. It's so different. Meeting lots of people that I only see them online, and they're physically you can hug them, especially the father
Mhm.
Mike and Darren. We have Coach
Oh
David
my God.
Roxanne, Tina, and they're the big people that you are always like like you are like wish I can see them one day, and it happens right there in front of me.
Yeah.
And then seeing that is very is so diverse community. I can see like different people coming from different walk of life, different culture, different age group, honestly. And even we have one participant that she's from Australia. She flew to Ireland just to attend. And I think there's
Wow.
one from Singapore as well.
Wow.
It's just amazing. And obviously lots of like picture taken, lots of dancing. The energy is amazing. The company is amazing. And then aside from that, their talk, they have different topic that they share to everyone. Is just amazing. And I was so silly. I don't have my notepad with me, but I'm just taking photos. Something that I can share,
Yeah.
and it's just so amazing. And again, that makes me even realize that having our community alone is just nothing can beat our community, to be honest. Is the even is we're very diverse, the support to each other, and sharing, listening to this to their testimonies. You have few speakers from their testimonies from nothing, from zero to what they are having now, their income wise, and the time freedom, the flexibility. And then you can see in this business there's a huge potential, but obviously it doesn't happen overnight, right?
Yeah.
And again, I had lots of takeaways on that conference. And but I think one of the best line that I always playing what in my mind is this. Darren said, don't just build a team, build people who can build. That line is very powerful.
Yes. Yes.
Because at the end of the day, our business is people business, right? And it is not about just adding number to your group or growing the
Mhm.
team.
No.
It's about growing or molding or helping this individual to grow. And then, so anyone can build a team, right? But not everyone takes time to develop people into leaders. And in our
Yes.
business, we help each other to succeed. We guide, we support, we lead, and but we don't carry everything on ourselves. That's what we learn. Yeah. So we learn how to delegate to others.
Mhm.
Instead, trust your team, and you give each other person the opportunity to step up and grow. And he said real growth happens when people are given the ownership and the chance to learn through experience, which is really true. And once they're ready, we let them build their own team, right? We allow them to lead, allow them to apply what they learn and create their own path. And that's everything. That's when everything becomes powerful, because it creates a ripple effect. Because what you done to your team, they will multiply so to other people behind them, right?
Yeah.
So one person learns, then teaches other, and that person build their own team as well. So growth is no longer dependent on just one person. It multiplies through everyone around you. And that's how we create something sustainable, something bigger ourselves. So at the end of the day, he said, again, don't just think of the numbers. Don't
Mhm.
just grow your team because of the numbers, build the people who can build. So I think this makes our community even more special because we have that mindset. It's not, we have our heart to help to others, and then they can help others too. So I think that's one of the biggest takeaway that I had from our founders. I know you have so much, but I think I can share that for now today because I am still, like overwhelmed what I had experienced last week.
I bet you felt the energy. I
Yeah.
saw a
Energy,
couple of
yes.
videos. Yeah, I mean
Hmm.
that's the same thing when me and Wendy went to San Diego. Oh my God, the energy in the room
Mm-hmm.
was amazing. And it makes you think like when you're around people who believe bigger,
Oh
you
yeah.
start believing bigger too, right?
Yes.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
Wendy, I think sometimes people underestimate how much their environment affect them. Can you
Yep.
talk about that?
Oh yeah, definitely. Um, I'm a true believer that your environment shapes your expectation, right?
Mhm.
No matter where you are in your life, is you can improve or you can be worse based on your environment. Because if everybody around you is like complaining,
Yeah.
just settling and playing safe and playing small, then you that can starts to feel normal. You're like, oh, I'm just like everybody else. I'm no better, but I'm no worse. So I can just stay stagnant and live a normal life, right? And be like the normal, ordinary story that I can share with my children and my grandchildren. Nothing different because everybody's the same. But when you are surrounded by people who are learning, growing, and constantly improving and chasing bigger goals, your standard will naturally rise. Because being in the right environment, which means our community too, because everybody creates the environment and the
Yeah.
ambience around you, it makes the growth easier. Because we always say like, as an entrepreneur we need to be disciplined, right? We have to have our willpower, but it's important. But sometimes being by yourself alone, you can just go off the path very easily, no matter how strong your willpower is, really. So when you're in a community like us, we have Reka and Rika that constantly remind me, hey, have you done the follow up? Hey, have you follow up with this lead? Hey, have you done this post on social media that is going to encourage your growth? So with that constant reminder, and everybody is doing it, it encourages more action,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and then we celebrate each other's progress. Like Rika went to the Gather and Grove, and then she shared her excitement with us, and I feel excited too. I'm like, oh my god, it's just not an event, but it's the feeling, right? And you are even more likely to stay motivated to keep moving forward. And like what Reka mentioned just now, like the environment affects really what you believe is possible.
Yes,
So
100%.
before I started this digital business, I didn't know so many people are building business online and creating flexible lifestyle. But once I surrounded myself with this community, my mindset shifted to, hey, this can really work. If everybody else can be successful, then why not me? Because I'm also just like normal like everybody, but it changed my mindset. So I would say environment is one of the biggest things to keep us on track, to keep us want to improve and move forward and dream bigger. And yeah, so I'm loving it. The community, one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I agree with Wendy. Your environment can either drain your dreams or it
Mm.
can grow them, right? So being in the right environment is so important, and our community is just amazing, and you surrounded by like-minded people. For me, community has become even more important in this next chapter of life in my 50s, with almost retired life, because when you're younger you naturally meet people through work, school, busy family life, but later life changes,
Mhm.
and being around people who are growing, learning, and encouraging makes such a big difference in how you feel. You know, that's one thing I really appreciate about this community. It's not just about business,
Mm.
it's about connection, support, learning, and feeling like you're growing alongside other people. And sometimes being in the right environment reminds you that your dreams are still possible too. I think
Mhm.
that's so powerful, you
Yep.
know.
Mhm.
So sometimes growth starts with one conversation, one event like Rika attended, or simply just being around people, who help you think differently. And that's why community matters so much. I hope you guys liked our episode today. And if today is Thursday, it's live webinar day. So if you have been watching us and still thinking, to that you want to do something where you're surrounded by like-minded people and build something of your own, then we have a free webinar that we can give you access to. Just reach out and message any one of us, and we will be able to share that with you. Thank you,
Thank
and we'll see
you.
you next week.
See you next
Hi,
week.
everybody. See you next week. Bye.